Have you ever seen a football player completely lose their cool and show disrespect on the field? Whether it's in a heated match or during a moment of frustration, some players take it to the next level and go from being passionate competitors to being downright disrespectful. Today, we're diving into the shocking moments when football players showed 100% disrespect. Stay tuned for some jaw-dropping incidents. Football, often dubbed the beautiful game, is a sport that thrives on passion, competition, and respect. Yet every now and then, players can lose themselves in the heat of the moment. From disrespecting their opponents to showing blatant disregard for the rules, these incidents leave fans stunned and questioning the true spirit of the sport. In this video, we'll explore some of the most disrespectful moments in football history, breaking down not just what happened, but why these moments struck a chord with fans around the world. Grab a seat and let's dive into the world of 100% disrespect on the football field. The Neymar died incident. Neymar Jr. is often hailed as one of the most talented footballers of his generation, but there was a moment in his career that saw fans losing respect for him. During the 2018 FIFA World Cup, Neymar came under fire for his theatrics on the pitch. Known for his dribbling skills and flair, Neymar became infamous for his exaggerated dives, particularly during Brazil's clash against Colombia. Fans and pundits alike were appalled by the way Neymar went down easily under minimal contact, rolling and writhing on the ground in what seemed like an attempt to win a free kick rather than playing the game in good faith. His over-the-top reactions led to widespread criticism and tarnished his reputation. Was this an act of frustration or a deliberate move to manipulate the referee? Either way, it was seen by many as a clear display of disrespect for the sport and its principles of fair play. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's confrontations. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is one of the most iconic figures in football, known for his unrivaled confidence and fearless attitude on the pitch. But this very confidence has, on several occasions, bordered on arrogance and disrespect. Perhaps the most infamous incident was during the 2016 UEFA Europa League match when Zlatan was involved in a physical altercation with England's Tyrone Mings. After a clash where Zlatan's elbow made contact with Mings' face, the Swedish striker appeared to taunt his opponent, showing no remorse. He later scored a goal and celebrated with his usual exuberance. To many, this wasn't just a display of raw competitiveness. It was an act of disrespect that left fans and fellow players scratching their heads about his behavior. Zlatan's infamous moments don't end there, as he's had many altercations throughout his career, including verbal jabs at referees, other players, and even entire teams. The question remains, when does confidence cross the line into disrespect? For Zlatan, it's often a fine line that gets crossed too many times. Pepe's violence and aggression. Pepe, the Portuguese central defender, has a reputation for being one of the most aggressive players to ever grace the football field. While his strength and defensive skills were undeniable, his tendency to overstep the bounds of sportsmanship raised many eyebrows. One of the most infamous moments of disrespect came during the 2010 World Cup, when Pepe lost control and headbutted Thomas Müller of Germany. After receiving a red card for the foul, Pepe seemed unconcerned with the severity of the incident, leaving the field with an air of defiance. The image of Pepe charging with aggression and taking out opponents in a reckless fashion overshadowed his otherwise strong performances and led to widespread condemnation. His violence on the pitch wasn't limited to just one incident either. He repeatedly made headlines for violent tackles, off-the-ball altercations, and outright unsportsmanlike behavior, leading to an undeniable reputation as one of the most disrespectful figures in modern football. Sergio Ramos and the cynical foul on Mo Salah. One of the most talked about moments in recent football history came during the 2018 UEFA Champions League final between Real Madrid and Liverpool. Mohamed Salah, one of the brightest stars of world football, was left in agony after an aggressive and controversial tackle by Real Madrid's captain, Sergio Ramos. While many still debate whether Ramos intended to injure Salah or whether it was a legitimate challenge, the aftermath was clear. Salah's shoulder was dislocated, forcing him to leave the pitch in tears. What followed was a series of debates about whether Ramos' actions were calculated or merely part of the game. Some argued that Ramos' foul on Salah was not only cynical but showed an utter disregard for the well-being of his opponent. For many fans, this was a clear example of disrespect, as Ramos' reputation for using rough tactics to neutralize threats was well documented. Ramos has a history of making tactical fouls to disrupt the flow of the game, and this moment only added to the narrative that he's willing to go to any length to win, even if it means playing with little regard for his opponent's safety. Cristiano Ronaldo's rude behavior towards teammates. Cristiano Ronaldo, widely regarded as one of the greatest footballers of all time, is known for his relentless drive to win. However, his competitive nature has occasionally led to friction with teammates. During his second stint at Manchester United, Ronaldo's frustrations with the team's performance were visible both on and off the field. In one of the most talked about incidents, Ronaldo stormed off the pitch during a match after being substituted, an act that left his teammates and fans in disbelief. His disrespectful behavior towards manager Erik ten Hag and the club's staff was evident, with Ronaldo publicly criticizing the club and causing tension within the locker room. While Ronaldo's skill is beyond question, this type of attitude towards teammates and coaches, combined with his outbursts in the media, certainly raised eyebrows and was viewed by many as a display of arrogance and disrespect. Diego Costa's intimidation tactics. Diego Costa was known for his combative style of play and his uncanny ability to get under his opponent's skin. Whether it was a reckless challenge, a sly elbow, or a well-timed verbal jab, Costa never hesitated to get involved in a scrap. His aggressive and confrontational nature made him one of the most polarizing figures in football, equally admired and despised by fans and players alike. In a heated match between Chelsea and Arsenal, Costa found himself at the center of controversy once again when he was involved in an infamous confrontation with Laurent Koscielny. During the altercation, Costa repeatedly attempted to provoke and intimidate the French defender, pushing the boundaries of fair play in an effort to gain an upper hand. What made Costa's actions particularly disrespectful was not just his physical aggression, but also his tendency to manipulate referees and exploit the rules of the game to his advantage. His ability to feign injury, exaggerate contact, and go to ground easily often frustrated opponents and spectators alike. By diving, distracting the opposition, and using theatrics to deceive match officials, Costa engaged in a form of mental warfare that many felt went against the true spirit of football. While some saw his antics as a clever and strategic way to unsettle opponents, others believed he routinely crossed the line from intense competitiveness to outright unsportsmanlike behavior. His controversial playing style ensured that he remained a divisive figure in the sport, sparking endless debates about the fine line between passion and misconduct on the pitch. Football is more than just a game of skill, it's about respect, both for the sport and for your opponents. While some of these moments may have sparked outrage, they also remind us that the passion of football can sometimes go too far. It's important to remember that respect should always come first, both on and off the pitch. So, which of these disrespectful moments shocked you the most? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content like this. Until next time, keep enjoying the game, and remember, respect is the true mark of a champion.